What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You can see things are a little different around here since the last one. We got old Shiba dog here going on 16 years old. She ain't got much time left, but there's Big Gold side by side, new tow truck, 75's running. The legendary 86 F-150 is broke down. Oof. Back of the woods. I ripped the wheel well liner out. I had a bunch of wiring hooked to it, ripped it out. So it's been in the back of the woods for about 2 weeks. So I'm going to get it out. If you're wondering where I've been planting grass. You can see it's finally starting to take. Anyways, it's been a while. My dad got in from North Carolina. And then right after that, a couple days later, I had my cousins from Ohio come out. And I've also just been... The business is taking off. I've been super, super busy. So can't complain about that. But anyways, the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks have just been nonstop working every single day. All day, every day. I mean, I just got done working. It's like 8 o'clock now. And when they were here, we just partied and had fun. So I'll throw a couple clips of that in. We went on some four-wheeler rides. Went on a couple adventures, to say the least. But we've been super busy working and playing. So... that's where I've been, in case you're wondering. I mean, look, I haven't had time to clean nothing. It's just been miserable. We'll open up the shop here real quick. First, I'll show you this. This is a 1954 Ford F-250 a local here had. Legend in this here area. My dad bought it. Actually, I got some pictures of it. I can't throw them on screen. I don't have them, but they're on Facebook. And... my dad got saved by this truck when he wrecked his Volkswagen Bug back in the 90s. And then when he sunk his Nissan Hardbody in Queens Cut right here. Let's go ahead and open up the shop. You can see here we got the Suzuki King Quad. If anybody's interested in this, it's for sale. Trying to get $4,500. It's 2017. It's got under 1,000 miles. It either knocks really bad or it's got bad clutches. I don't know the difference. It goes away. It's been doing that a while. And it rides fine. The Grizzly is guaranteed tough, by the way. I do have that under its belt now. It's got 1,050 miles on it in under 3 months. When my cousin Israel was here, I'm not going to say I drink and drive four-wheelers, but I'm going to say that I ride four-wheelers while drinking. And we did so many wheelies that we sanded the box in the back rack. This lid fell off probably 1,000 times on our adventures. So the box is definitely tough. I'm really surprised. Ooh, there's mold in here. That's not good. That sucks. I wanted to let this air out now. It just got too wet, probably from spilling stuff in there. Empty stuff. But you see right here, 1,050 miles. No issues out of it so far. Gotta say I'm impressed, especially after that couple of weeks. There is one complaint I do have is that I keep losing bolts. I lost a bolt in the side of the airbox. The airbox was loose, vibrating, rattling. So I fixed that. And then both the rear skid plates were missing bolts. Fixed that. And then now I noticed the front skid plate's missing a bolt. So I don't know if the folks over at Yamaha in Japan or wherever these things are built, they're probably built in the United States, which is the problem. I don't know if there's just no torque wrenches around or what their problem is. But yeah, I have bolts falling out. Tires are wearing very nicely. Everything seems to be good. The plastic, typically Yamaha. The winch has been super good. We tested it out. You know, we rode it a lot in the snow. Got stuck a million times. The old Honda, you already know how it's doing. Very well. We'll look at the miles here. 3668. Never misses a beat. But the 1988 Honda 4Trax 300 is no longer with us. I wish I would have made a video on it. I never even did. I should have before I got rid of it. Because it was a very nice machine. But I paid like $2,000 for it. And I sold it for $2,500 and I rode it a couple times. Had my fun. And it's a cool unit, but I don't even have a use for it around here because all I do is ride the roads and Forest Service trails and, you know, way up in the mountains. Far from home, and I want something new and reliable and fast and comfortable and all that. So that's why I got the Grizzly. Honda is supposedly going to make a new 700 here soon, and if they do, you best believe I'm going to get one right away. My dad, he wants to sell a Suzuki, and he wants to get a Honda. He thought about the Can-Am. He liked it. He liked the Grizzly. But he wants something he knows is good, and these are tanks. So that's your update on the Grizzly and the Honda and all the four-wheelers. 6.7 just hit 211,000 miles. I got 13,000 miles on this oil change, and I'm trying to get to 15,000 exactly so I can send a test sample to Blackstone Laboratories running Rotella T6. Reminder to pull your brakes apart every so often and grease your pins, because I had to replace both mounting brackets on this side, which you can't just buy the mounting bracket for this truck yet. So it's a special order through Motorcraft, through Ford, and it costs more than just getting a whole aftermarket caliper. So that's what I did. And I didn't replace the caliper. I just took the mounting bracket and returned brand new calipers as a core. And there's another gallon of Rotella because I had a bear come on my porch and steal a gallon and eat it. This is all just inventory stuff for the trailer. Doesn't look like it, but that's $444 worth. It's crazy how you don't even have to spend any money. And it just adds up. Got some new Husky sawhorses. DeWalt makes some really cool hand tools, so I got a new pair of post hole diggers, the Rhino USA tow rope. Also, I keep forgetting to mention, if you have a Honda four-wheeler, and I didn't think anybody would ever use my link, but they do. If you have a Honda four-wheeler, and I'm talking any of them, use code JMT05 at vesselpowersports.com. Link will be pinned in the comments. Use that code and get yourself 5% off. They actually make some really good product, so keep that in mind. Got this wrap done on the trailer. You can see we got the American flag. I had to repaint this whole tongue, all the frame around the door and stuff. You've already seen my phone number, but just please don't harass me. I trust you. I trust you. I don't get millions of views, so I ain't too worried about it. This is the trailer. Complete wreck. Oh my goodness. Complete disaster. But we got it. I need to make a video on this thing here soon. All the tools. And I just realized DeWalt has a really good warranty. I called because I had issues with their power stack batteries. And they just, okay, we'll ship you 2 brand new ones, no problem. So that's nice. Happy to know that. But yeah, so now, oh, I didn't get a new rake, did I? What did I get? Oh, a new post hole digger. So now we'll throw that in here. Joe's still alive and well. I know I've been slacking on the videos lately, but please forgive me. I'm going to come up with something here soon. Some sort of good idea. Nitto Recon grapplers have my approval so far. These have like 10,000 miles on them, and they still look pretty much brand spanking new, which is funny because the Ridge grapplers are terrible. 27,000 miles on those tires. Completely wore out. Had to pick me up some new Husky sawhorses. They feel heavier duty than I had the tough built ones, and they were terrible. Yeah, it collapsed right away. So we got those to replace them. You gotta remember to flip. Ow. Flip the fish sticks. Ow! Not bad for 211,000. There you have it. So tomorrow, when we take the trailer to a new job, we will restock all of these. So now we're going to get to the purpose of this video, which is the top 5 things I dislike about my Grizzly. I've made videos where I love the Grizzly. I do like it. But we got to go over the things I don't like. Now we got to pull the Suzuki out of here. Hopefully the fish sticks don't burn. Yeah. See, this thing will crank right up. It runs good. It runs good. But it just sounds like it's knocking. After you ride a Honda and Yamaha, boy, that's just... I know it's not a 750. And I think the 750s are actually pretty nice. But this 400 is quite the embarrassment. Here's the Grizzly. The rear diff. I might just be paranoid. I don't think it started to lean yet, actually. The box is good. Let's go ahead and back it out. And we'll see if there's anything we dislike on startup. Oh, runs really nice. So let's get right into the top 5 things I dislike. Starting off with the number 1, the biggest complaint of them all, the number 1 reason I contemplate getting rid of the Grizzly. And hopefully this summer it won't be that big of a deal. But like this time of year, for those of you that want riding videos, it has been too cold mainly. So that's why I haven't really done very many videos of me riding the Grizzly. I know a lot of people want to see videos of it in action, which I'll put clips in this video, like I mentioned earlier. You know, when my cousins were here, we did a lot of riding. So I'll throw some clips in. But the number one complaint, fender coverage. Half of it's these obnoxious tires that throw rocks that pelt your fender. The other half is just poor floorboard. Bad design. If the roads are wet, there's no excuse for this in my book. I get covered in mud. I'm talking soaking wet, and I'm not talking splashing through a pond. I'm talking on a wet road. I'll get soaking wet and covered in mud. I'm talking all the way up to here. You'll have you get off, there's an imprint of mud on the seat, and you're not even riding in mud. You're just riding down a wet road. You'll get covered in mud. That's the biggest complaint. Second complaint is fit and finish. Plastic there's gapped weird. This side's gapped really big. I had issues with this right here, not sitting right. It's loose, vibrates at idle. These right here, I had to zip tie all this to make it work. Headlights, that one like literally is about to fall out. So it's like this one's really bad. Super loose. They might be that way on purpose, you know, give them some wiggle. But regardless, that's annoying. Everything else seems okay. That plastic's not snapped in, but that's after I had the winch put on. That's not their problem. So little things like that. Not impressed with that. Number 3, I'll combine these two because I don't want to have a big list here. I don't like the key location, and I don't like the way the key feels. It does not, you have to kind of like wiggle it to turn it. Like it doesn't, sometimes it feels like it doesn't want to turn easily. So I'm not a fan of where the key is. I'd rather it be up here. And I don't like the seat. I don't like how the seat just sits there. So I feel like when those rubber grommets wear out, they'll just come off really easy. Number 4. This storage box. Not really. But the lack of accessories from the factory. I love the Can-Am Link system, the Honda Pro Connect. This, I don't like how I can't take this. I mean, that's the whole point in this, right? I can take that off fast. But I had to come up with my own sort of mount. I like the traditional bars, and I like the way they're powder coated, but I'd rather see some sort of connection system like Honda or Can-Am. The box on the back, you know, I like the box, but most of the time, I need to leave this open, it's molding. But most of the time, I feel like I want to take the box off, like when my cousin Israel was here, you know, the wheelies and stuff. I'd like to get rid of the box sometimes, but you can't just quickly take it off, so I don't like that. That is annoying. Along with this storage, is completely worthless. Hard seltzer. I don't know about no carrots. But yeah, this rear box, see, this latch is even a pain in the butt. It seals super tight, so you have a not watertight storage. So that rear storage is worthless. But I do like this storage compartment. It actually is really nice. I like how big it is. They should integrate, get with the times like Can-Am, and have USBs in here, USB charging ports, stuff like that. The wireless charging magnetic mount would be nice, but you do get more room in here than the Can-Am. So storage and racks, that's number 4. They need to upgrade that. Number 5 is maintenance. I don't like, there's issues with the drain plugs on the diffs. Not a fan of their design. Not a fan of this horribly hard, aggravating cover to take on and off. It's not horribly hard. I'm not a fan of their dipstick, how it just sits there. Clean oil, but it's not really a problem, but it would make me paranoid. Every time I go in water, I'm paranoid about water just getting in there because it's not really sealed that good. Much rather prefer a thread design like Honda and Suzuki. I'm not sure what Can-Am has, so I can't speak on that. I do like on the Honda how to change the oil, you just yank all this plastic off in 2 seconds without taking out any bolts. Very simple. Love that. But on here, I got to take this piece of plastic off to get the oil filter. It's very way back up in there. It's hard to take off without the right kind of wrench, as in the Honda. Whereas on the Honda, you pull the plastic off, you take 3 8mm out, or 10mm if it's DCT, pull the oil cap cartridge off, put a new one in, good to go. You ain't got to worry about it. So much rather prefer the Honda maintenance design compared to this Grizzly. And just taking the plastic off of the Honda is very simple compared to this Grizzly to maintain everything. They're just gonna let me forget about my dang fish sticks burning alive in there, probably. So now it's time to talk about several other things I dislike about the Grizzly. The video is going to be called Top 5, but there's more than 5. The first one, I'm not really too sure yet how it compares to Can-Am. And I understand there's a trade-off here. You know, Honda has no power, so of course. But the fuel economy on this, it's okay. But it takes, I think it holds 5 gallons, and I can barely go 100 miles on 5 gallons. Whereas the Honda, like 4 gallons, I can go 120, 140. So that's annoying. The belt drive makes a lot of noise. That's annoying. The shifter is not smooth at all, like I thought it would be. Everybody talked about the Grizzly like it's the holy grail of shifting. Very obnoxiously rough shifter. Doesn't engage smoothly. Maybe it needs adjusted and oiled. Very rough compared to the Can-Am and Suzuki. Definitely. Heat. Very hot. Okay. I didn't notice it when I first got it, but now I notice, boy, do your legs just bake. I shouldn't have to worry about that. You know, everybody's like, oh, just tune it. I shouldn't have to tune it. Why do I need to tune it? But the heat's very annoying, so that's another complaint. Now, this video is obviously just here to nitpick the Grizzly. There's many things I love about the Grizzly. Now, you can go watch my other videos, and I'll talk about it, right? I love the power steering. I love the independent braking, the 4 hydraulic disc brakes all the way around. Love the actuator, 4-wheel drive. Diff lock is better than the Honda. Instant diff lock, love that. Love the gauge cluster, all the selection, way better than the Honda. Love the headlight switch better than the Honda. There's tons of things with the Grizzly I like. The looks, you know, there's a lot of things I like, so don't think I hate it. I'm just making a video pointing out the things I think could be better, right? It's time to update this machine. It needs to be updated for sure. And simple things like the issues with the air intake, you know, I don't know if that's an issue. But as some of you know, my goal in this machine is to put as many miles as possible. I've already got 1,050 in under 3 months. So what do? I'm going to put as many miles on it as I can without running a diff brace, without running any tune, without running the air intake mod. I shouldn't have to do any of this. This machine's been out for 25, 26 years. Shouldn't have to do anything. So people say there's dust problems with the intake. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to oil the filter, oil where it goes around, stuff like that. Change it when it's supposed to be changed. But I'm not going to worry about it. So I'll be sure to tell you how it lasts. Not a fan of this 12-volt plug either. The location, not near as good as the Honda. And that does not feel very sealed. And my phone charger always vibrates out. The Honda, it never did. So it feels like the Honda plug grabs your charger a lot better. What else can I gripe about? Oh, I've had a couple of... Why is that fading? Acting weird. Spilled something on it. But one complaint I do have here... Dang it, what was I going to say? Oh, I've had issues with it hard starting. I don't know if it's like a glitch in the system. You know, the Honda's done it every once in a while. But this one's like really bad. It'll just not start. You have to cycle the key and it still won't start. And then the other day it died on me. I was just idling and I went to take off, gave it gas, it died. So I don't know if that's already a failing fuel pump, which if it is, that's pathetic. But I don't know. Not the end of the world. You know, it's running and I went 1,050. Now, most of the miles are easy on the road, but it has had some hard miles. I mean, look, I've dragged the back and done wheelies and gunned it and jumped it. And I've put a fair share of hard miles, too. Nothing like the Honda. But I'm here to tell you how long this machine's going to last. I am looking to change the tires very soon because I hate these tires. They throw rocks. I've actually bought those before because I like them for mud. But they're not good when all you do is ride the road. Now, this is what happens when you follow from 100 feet behind. I bet you that's $1,000 repair, probably. This machine was following me like 100 feet away. And I wasn't even spinning. I was just taking off. I mean, I wasn't even taking off. I was just going down the road 45 miles an hour. And a rock would come out of these, because these tires just throw rocks terrible. I've had rocks end up in my lap just because they just throw rocks terrible. I mean, you can look at them and see. They just grab them and throw them. They don't throw rocks. They throw boulders. Overall, the Grizzly's okay. If I had to do it again, I would do it again probably. Or I'd be real tempted to get that Can-Am. I'd probably get the Can-Am, I'm not going to lie. Gonna be honest with you. You know, I like the reliability of the Grizzly, but it hadn't proven itself yet. And I haven't seen too many problems with the new Can-Am 700s. So, honestly, I love the nimbleness and the power and stuff. But the Can-Am's faster, more comfortable, smoother, transmission shifts and operates better. I mean, I like everything about the Can-Am better. The coverage, on the fenders. The main thing I don't like about the Can-Am is that they cheap out on stuff. Like they give you 3 brakes instead of 4. The combined braking, I prefer these nice quality 4 independent disc. I prefer this 4-wheel drive system to Can-Am. And I'm not a fan of all the buttons and gimmicky stuff on the Can-Ams. The tri-mode power steering and all this. I'd rather have this. You can't break this. I feel like the way that the 4-wheel drive on the Can-Am is, it's got like these little clicker switches. And I feel like a limb will just break it right off. And I've seen people have issues with getting them to engage, disengage when they get covered in mud. But, I mean, I don't know. The day Honda makes a 700, which they're supposed to very soon, because they discontinued the Rincon, if anybody does or doesn't know that. Never made a 24 model Rincon, so that means they hopefully they're not just discontinuing it and not coming out with something else. I've seen a couple speculations. I've heard from a few decently reliable sources there's going to be a 700 coming out soon. So I don't know that we'll see it in 2025. My guess is they're going to reveal the 25 model lineup in 24, July, like they normally do. And then September, October, they're going to reveal, coming 2026, fall of 26 is the new, whatever they're going to call it, right? TRX 700, whatever. So excited to see that. I can't wait because I want to be back on a Honda. The Grizzly's okay. Man, I want to be back on a Honda so bad. I just wish they made one with a little more power like this. It'd be so perfect. I don't want an 850 or 1000. I just want 700. Something well-rounded, single-cylinder, just like this would be perfect. But I'll be sure to keep you updated. This Grizzly's going to have a lot of miles put on it this summer, I'm sure. I mean, we're already at 1,050, and summer's not even here. Riding season has not begun, and I'm at 1,050. So we'll hit at least 3,000 this summer. Probably going to try and hit 5,000. We'll just see how it goes. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget, if you have a Honda and you need parts and accessories, anything you can imagine, check out Vessel Power Sports. Link will be pinned in the comments. Use code JMT05 for 5% off your order. And stay tuned for all the summer videos because they're coming as much as I can. I've just been very busy with work. I have to focus on real life too. I can't just focus on YouTube. I'm grown. I got bills to pay, stuff I want to do. So I'll ride and I'll get some riding videos. But it is what it is. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Ha ha!